at the screening call, you need to find out, why are they really leaving their current position? And why are they even looking for a new job? What do they need from a new job? People aren't consciously aware of all the things that are working, because when something is working, it's invisible.
Initiating becoming a hiring machine sequence in 3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, and welcome back for part 404 of our ratio series. So if you haven't listened yet, go back. Episodes 240, 242, 244. Bet you can't guess what number episode this is. 246, because we're really good at counting.
I was gonna say 247.
Well, maybe next time. We'll work on it. But yeah, today, so we're gonna get to the final ratio of them all: interview to placement. Let's unpack this one.
That one is 10 to 1 for rookies, meaning 10 candidates need to interview, not 10 interviews in total between first, second, and third round. It's 10 individuals need to interview. Doesn't matter how many times, they just need to interview to the 1 placement. So rookies says 10 interviews to 1 placement. More advanced should be closer to 5 to 1, give or take a little bit. And so if you want to troubleshoot and figure out how can I get closer to the 5 to 1 ratio, you want to take a look at a couple of things. Why, when you are submitting candidates, why are candidates not getting interviewed by hiring managers? Is it hiring manager says, no thanks, that's not the right person? Why? And then go back to optimizing your sourcing and your outreach and how you're communicating about it. If the candidate withdraws, why did the candidate withdraw? This is really good feedback for how you present this opportunity moving forward. And then you want to take a look at what happened during the interview. Were they just a bad interviewer? Then they need some interview coaching, because not everybody interviews well, but that doesn't mean that they're bad at their job. It's just about communicating what they do. I know how to solve specific math problems. Can I explain this to somebody? No. So do not interview for math tutor positions, please, guys. But you want to kind of like take a look at what's the feedback. Why are candidates not moving forward? Is it sometimes scheduling? Is it taking too long? Are there too many interview rounds? So you want to figure out why, what is on the candidate, meaning candidate interviewed badly. They're just not that good at interviewing, but they're capable. Or you didn't find the right people, you overpresented them, got them overexcited, what have you. Or is it the hiring managers, they're not moving fast enough in terms of scheduling, or they're asking for too much, meaning too many interview rounds, too many projects, things like that. And or even lack of communication. Those are the 3 things. So by the time that you get to interview to placement ratios, this is where there's less within your control. It's more about managing all of the right parties and setting expectations up front. When you are starting to submit candidates, you also need to start asking for interviewing availability from hiring managers and from candidates. Just as you are screening candidates and you are intending on submitting them, ask them, hey, I want to keep this moving as fast as possible. What does your availability look like to interview in the next in the next week or 2? Get that availability. Just, they don't have to tell you I'm available Monday at 1:30 p.m. for a Zoom interview. Just get like a general sense for what works best for them, just so that you know, write that down. As you are starting to send over candidates to the hiring manager, be like, hey, even if you don't like any of these, I am actively in screening calls. I'm going to be sending you over more candidates. I want to make sure that these top candidates that are right for you, that you want to move forward, that we keep things moving, because waiting too long is going to cause some people to drop off, because the market is very competitive. You know this is why you hired me. So I need your availability. I don't need to know Monday at 1:30 p.m. I need to know, what does your week look like? What time blocks do we need to put on your schedule to keep this moving? Who else needs to be involved? What is their availability? Now, we're in November. So in the United States, holiday season is coming up, and the new year. So in the US, we got Thanksgiving, depending on when this episode drops.
Right around now.
We got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, we got the New Year. And so we're starting to come up on a very tight timeline. So if you are actively hiring and doing all of this during the holidays, and you're working with hiring managers, get all of this out now. If you're doing the intake calls, talk about the elephant in the room, that is scheduling in the middle of the holiday season, annual planning, annual wrap-ups, deliverables towards the end of the year. Where does hiring and fit in terms of the priority list? And really ask them and be like, how big of a priority is this? Depending on that, we can figure something out. I want to work with you. I don't want to waste your time. If you're busy with other stuff, then I can change how I prioritize and present candidates. Or if you need someone tomorrow, I'm going to reallocate some resources for you. I'm not going to deliver you someone tomorrow, but I'm going to do my darndest to do it in 2 days, for example. So
Yeah. So really this is going to be obvious to you. Interesting takeaways to me. Again, this the non-recruiter, but it sounds like in this stage, it's, a lot's out of your hands. So I think going from that 10-1 to 5-1 though probably is how proactive are you in like controlling what you can control, so to speak. So some of the big ones in there that I was pulling from you were, like you said, availability and just understanding what that world looks like, doing some interview coaching. I mean, if you pick up on in screening, you can usually tell, is someone a little bit stronger or weaker in interviewing. So getting ahead of some of that, and then setting the expectations. Hey, we're in holiday season. Here's what we need to do. Here's the timelines we need to hold to, or anything along those lines. But yeah, just control what you can control, and that the more that you optimize and focus on that, that's what it sounds like is probably going to help get you closer to that 5-1 number.
Yeah. And the other piece to that is that it's a big variable. It's not just the interviews themselves, but also the offer. People sometimes ghost during the offer. This is why at the screening call, you need to find out, why are they really leaving their current position? And why are they even looking for a new job? What do they need from a new job? Because one thing that people never really look at or pay attention to, and this is just universal, is people aren't consciously aware of all the things that are working, because when something is working, it's invisible. And so people hyper focus on the stuff that's not working. So you also need to ask, I understand that you're super frustrated with your job, and I totally get issues ABC are driving you to want to look for something else. But what are there any aspects that you love about your job? Maybe it's the team. Maybe it's the actual day-to-day that you get to do, but you're just frustrated with politics or compensation or what have you, right? Or work-life balance. There's so many different things to that, but there's also some things that are working really well. You want to pivot that so that you can also know what is going to get them excited, not just solving problems, but also maintaining what has been working well for them, so that there's like continuing type like themes. And that way, how likely are they to ghost. And that's really important for you to know. And
I like it. Ghosting formula. Yeah. I mean, getting ahead of that. Ooh. Okay.
We can do a deep dive into that for next episode.
I think that's our next episode right there. Is come back, stay tuned. Episode, because we've been counting the episodes at this point. It'll be episode 240 something. It's going to be the ghosting formula. So, well, hopefully this was fun, helpful, valuable for those listening, as we've just getting into ratios. What should we be aiming for? How do we set ourselves up to improve them along the way? So this was a fun little, it's not even a mini series because there were 4 of them. A good little solid series. So thank you, Viv, for sharing all of your wisdom and expertise as always.
Anytime.
All right. We'll see y'all soon with the ghosting formula. Bye, y'all.